NSFW. What is a sexual question you have always wanted to ask, but never had the right opportunity? When someone see inside you, do you feel it, or is that a lie made up by erotica writers and comic artists? Edit. Thank you for the silver. So what it feels like for me is that my husband's penis gets incredibly hard, and then suddenly there is a very warm sensation. I also love when I can feel him pulse as he releases. Best feeling ever. Edit. Thanks for the silver. Who knew my first time would be on a comment like this? When I found out guys can make it pulse by flexing, I was like, you should be doing that whenever you have a minute. I imagine it's similar to what it feels like for a guy when a girl clenches. And that is the sound of a million redditors flexing their penis. Personally, I've never been able to feel it. I've had other women tell me that they can feel it though. This might be one of those everybody is different type of things. I don't really feel it when it's happening because the dude usually freezes in place. But the second the D moves a little, you know it happened for sure. Very sklooshy. Thank you. Sklooshy is my new favorite word. Me, a virgin, reading this thread. Yes, I know the 6. Very good. You know, when you grab a woman's breast and you feel it, and it feels like a bag of sand when you're touching it. Yes, I love the feeling of a woman's breast. Why do guys feel exhausted after a blowjob, like I just sucked his living soul out of him? Sexual release will put a dude to sleep. That's why the whole I gotta jerk off to get to sleep thing exists. It's honestly pretty stupid that it does that though. Evolution was like, I know what people should do after doing necessary reproductive work. Leave themselves completely vulnerable asleep. Think it's a biological thing, so we don't impregnate everyone at once. It's a natural response, so the females can eat the male's head off without him trying to escape. I don't like how much sense this makes. I've had multiple female partners tell me that they enjoy getting their nipples sucked on. Getting my nipples sucked on does nothing for me. Does this actually feel good for women, or is it just that you enjoy watching your partner get off while sucking on your nipples? Yes, God yes. I can neatly climax from just good nipple stimulation. And yes, nursing a baby is a completely different sensation. That did not arouse me at all. Is it true that it's dangerous to have sex in a pool? And while we are on the subject of water, does anyone actually enjoy shower sex? Because that is the most impossibly awkward thing I have ever attempted. Sex in a pool creates a direct pathway for bacteria to travel right up a vagina. Not to mention water makes lubrication complicated. So, I wouldn't call it dangerous, but it's definitely risky. After a swim in the lake, my ex and I went into the cabin of the boat for some sexy time. Going down on her, I got a mouthful of lake water. I looked up at her and said I thought these were waterproof. Without batting an eye, she said maybe when I was 15. And now you have a brain-eating amoeba. When gay men have sex, how do they know whose penis opens up to accept the other penis? Edit. If I had to Reddit golds and I was trapped in a room with Toby, Bin Laden and Hitler, I wouldn't give any to Toby. Thanks for the gold. What does the male orgasm feel like? Whenever I ask, the guy says it's the best feeling, or it feels good. That doesn't tell me anything. What areas feel good? What does it feel like, in detail? What's it like before, during, after? What does the rest of your body feel like? What does your brain feel like during? Compare it to stuff. Give me metaphors. Write a poem or something. It's like a really good fucking sneeze. Complete with that same build-up sort of tingle, but obviously in the dick area. Each spurt is like a mini shot of endorphins rushing through your brain, quickly followed by the most clear-headed you'll be all day. I've only kissed a fair amount of times in my life, but not enough that I have a solid frame of reference as to what makes a good kiss and what makes a bad kiss. So, what would y'all say makes a good kiss / good kisser? Keep your tongue soft and don't just jam it in their mouth. Not too much saliva. I have no idea how to explain this, GBH. I think the main thing is somebody who is responsive to their partner's reactions and does like those little things touching their hair, their arm, pulling away to kiss their neck, etc. Chemistry, I think, is the biggest thing. When you'll just click, that shit is bomb. In my experience. Bad kisses, someone who just goes at my mouth, with no regard to what I'm doing, or how I'm responding. Pecking or pushing or slobbering willy-nilly according to their own whims. Good kisser, someone who pays attention to how I'm responding, and what I seem to be liking, what I'm doing. Gives me space to move with my lips and tongue and act on them, and then responds in kind with similar movements or embellishments on it. Someone who approaches it as collaborative fun with me, rather than something they perform upon me. Women, how would you describe a penis entering your vagina? It's something I'm genuinely curious about as a male, especially because I will, literally, never get to experience it. Things up your ass can be a universal experience. Things up your vagina, not so much. I don't see many answers, so let me try. If I'm really turned on, I can feel this sensation inside my body. Sometimes it's literally aching, and sometimes it's like when your stomach drops, but drawn out and down in your lower abdomen. When foreplay progresses to the actual penetration, the first thrust is always the most intense. I think it's the pressure and resistance before things get more relaxed and stimulated. It's like how the first bite of food is usually the most enjoyable. Different men definitely feel differently. I'm not referring to technique, but anatomy cut/uncut, width, angle, general structure. I think the closest comparison would be anal, but for lack of a better description, smoother. You can feel everything entering, but past a point, the only sensation is pressure. There's more distinguishable sensation further in than anal though. It's comfortably warm and smooth compared to fingers or toys. Can balls actually retract inside the body? Yes. Yes they can. It is scary. I remember getting punched in the balls, and putting my hands down my pants, and feeling them float up. It took 3 days to come down. Too embarrassed to ask a family member, or go to a doctor, and be like, hey, I can't find lefty? Edit. Holy shit, my highest upvoted comment is about my balls. Oh, no, not lefty. He's the one that hangs down the furthest. Edit. Okay, I have to say that I'm a little relieved that this is my most upvoted comment and not the other one. Woo. Whatever would I have told the wife? Edit 2. Silver now? Thank you, whoever you be. May your balls always hang low. Women, if you stick cold things, like if you put a toy in the freezer, inside of yourself, does it feel good on a hot day, or is it uncomfortable? I'd imagine it's uncomfortable, but getting cooled from the inside also seems nice. Speaking as a woman, that sounds like a bad time. Tried it once. Cold to the point of painful. Take an ice cube and hold it against your gum line. That's about how fun it was. I'm most likely gonna regret it, but what does cum taste like? Like not good or bad, I mean like, is it fucking vanilla flavored? Warm raw egg yolks, salt, bleach, and ballsack smell all mixed together. That's incredibly accurate. Just the slightest bit savory, but mostly salty. Definitely salty. Maybe even a bit acidic. Edit. When I said acidic, I didn't mean it was actually acidic mayo. The taste reminded me of an acidic food for whatever reason I do not know. Maybe it was his diet. It has been years. Edit 2. My most upvoted comment is now my opinion on the taste of cum. And I'm a virgin. Wild. Acidic and salty is a great way to describe it. Make your own salt and vinegar chips. It's like if you took a handful of salt and vinegar chips and chewed them for an hour. Do gay people choose who's going to perform each role? Do girls actually like giving blowjobs? Last but not least, WTF is squirt? Do girls actually like giving blowjobs? I've only known a handful of women that have told me they actually enjoy giving blowjobs, and, of course, none of them have been my girlfriend. My wife says she enjoys giving them, she just doesn't enjoy the end result. Edit. Okay, so, my most upvoted comment on Reddit thus far is about how my wife doesn't like to swallow. I'm so proud I could poo. Edit 2. Gold. Because my wife doesn't like the taste of semen? Thank you, kind stranger. Reddit is weird. Will I ever have sex in my life? No one on Reddit gets laid. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. We upload new content every day.